2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. In a few moments, we'll be sending you out to Portland as the Trailblazers go up against the Orlando Magic. Well, for Orlando, 6 wins in their last 10 games. They'd like to play even better. Tonight, a chance to add to their win total. It has been an interesting ride thus far. Kenny, some teams really improving after a sluggish start.
Yeah, well, credit the people running those franchises. Always look to improve. That's what you have to do if you're a franchise head. You can't just sit back and say, hey, we're going to accept this mediocrity.
No matter what your record is.
No question.
No, the season is a marathon, not a sprint. Lots
of ups, let me write that one down.
Just keep trusting yourself.
The season is a marathon,
not a sprint.
Not a sprint.
And then make sure you put Shaqstradamus.
Shaqstradamus.
Did you actually make that up?
Something that was already said many moons
came
ago.
Off the top of the head.
Never heard
and you're
that
acting
before.
like it's your original thought.
It is my original.
I've never heard that before.
It's not a marathon, it's a sprint. Yeah, get away.
Who said that before? I've never heard that.
Oh,
I got one for you, Ernie.
What's that?
E equals MC tripled.
Ah.
I've never heard that either.
No, nobody has ever said that either.
Think about it, though.
I've thought about it all I want.
I did the math. It doesn't work.
The Magic are out of Orlando and into this interconference game. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sidelines. Taking a look at Portland, they know this is the type of game they need to win if they're going to take the next step. Facing a closely ranked team, no clear underdogs based on the tail of the tape.
Yeah, and when you look at Portland, their slow start to this season has brought some of this team's issues to light. And this is a team that I didn't think had any issues to speak of.
Well, still some issues do linger, but I think that their strengths easily outweigh those weaknesses. But man, they've already had some off nights this year, more so than they did last year.
Now about midway through the season, a couple teams starting to slide. And they're desperate to turn things around.
But does that mean, Kevin, desperate means you've got to make a bunch of changes? Or do you go back to some of the things that had you in a position where we were talking about you in a positive manner?
Well, you want to remember your mission statement, don't you? You know, what did we begin the season with?
Right. What did we come out of training camp?
Yes.
What was our mantra coming out of training camp? And maybe late November into early December, we won 7 to 10 games. Well, guess what? Break out that film. Let's sit down. Let's talk about it. Let's show some of the highlights of what we're capable of doing.
Go back to what we wanted to be.
And then bring it into the next game and show that you're capable of doing it again.
Agreed. Now the starting group for Orlando. Gordon down low with Bamba next to him. Augustine and Fournier are in the backcourt. And it's Isaac in at the 3 slot. And so Hood will bring it up for Portland. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And I felt like they came out of that with a terrific game plan, especially on the offensive end.
The defense seemed to be swirling and guessing about where the attack was coming from, inside, outside, and in transition.
So the Orlando Magic able to put the first points up on the board. Cantor kicks to Lillard. Pass to Hood. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
That's right on the money from Lillard. That's how you finish a possession.
Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Augustine passes to Bamba. Lillard against Fournier. Near the 3-point line, it's Augustine, and Cantor pulls it down.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Inside. Here's Nurkic, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These the new power rankings. They tell a great story. You look at the Timberwolves. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And when you look at Portland, they're obviously trending in a positive direction, but still working out some of those early season timing issues. But I have to say, I like what I'm seeing. And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And Cantor throws it down.
The sheer strength of Cantor really coming through there. Throws it down with intent.
Magic have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. And stolen by Lillard. And he lays it straight in. Lillard's got his first basket.
And where's the help? Obviously a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Well, you have to be able to trust each other on the defensive end of the floor. Otherwise, the whole thing is just going to crumble.
Now here is Augustine. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Warriors in Oakland. Gordon kicks to Augustine. Just 5 on the clock. Fires from deep. Sinks the three-pointer. Augustine's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Magic.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
McCollum against Fournier. McCollum finds Cantor. Offline with his 3. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Fournier's shot is off. Hood on the wing. He's covered by Isaac. And Cantor throws it down.
Yeah, Hood does a good job there of surveying the floor and being ready to deliver the pass.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Augustine against Lillard. Augustine dishes to Bamba. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. So it's Portland now. Now here's Lillard. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Clippers. Augustine with it. Lillard picks him up. Augustine against Lillard. Augustine passes to Isaac. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
Yeah, and he's got a quiet confidence about him, doesn't he, guys? I mean, he's thinking about shooting the ball as the pass is coming.
Now here's McCollum. What a tremendous game he played against the Clippers. Passes it to Hood. Lillard outside. Sinks the triple. Lillard's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, I think the scouting report says you got to chase him off the three-point line. Not a good job defensively there, but a great job by Lillard to knock it down.
McCollum against Fournier. All alone. He doesn't hit that one. Now Portland takes it the other way. And you look at Cantor's numbers, you would have thought he would have gotten more minutes playing over the years.
Yeah, kind of interesting that he's averaged a little over 20 minutes a game thus far, and the NBA is now about stretching the floor and matching up against multi-positional players, and maybe that's keeping Ennis from pushing the 30-minute mark.
No doubt the size of Isaac is a problem for the defense. Excellent at using that long frame to draw contact.
It's his first trip to the line. That's good from Isaac. And Jonathan Isaac making progress, but he was drafted knowing he had a lot of work to do.
Yeah, and you really shouldn't try and compare Isaac to the rest of his draft class. He's going to be on a different timeline as far as his development goes. Might take longer for him to be ready, but the payoff, man, could be huge as his ceiling is really high.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
And the overall skill set that Isaac possesses really off the charts. A big man who can run the floor, but also with that wingspan can defend the rim.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. They get a hand on it, and it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Hood kicks to Nurkic. Orlando grabs the miss. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Yeah, and some of that loss was due to a lack of hustle, especially on the defensive end.
And there are games where an opponent gets aggressive. You got to raise your level of play. They failed to do that in this one.
He's off on the first.
Well, sometimes it just takes an opportunity in the NBA, and Aaron Gordon has made the most of it. Since taking over that power forward role full-time, he has shown remarkable improvement. Plays with more confidence and aggression on offense and has transformed himself as a player.
Good on the second free throw. And for Gordon, in his first full season as a starter, he instantly became a star in the league.
And when he was taken 4th overall, this was the type of player the team was hoping he'd become. His outside shot has improved by leaps and bounds and always plays with speed and athleticism. And now I think he's got a much more fully rounded game, which makes him dangerous.
Now here's Fournier following the missed shot by Nurkic.
And a chance to check out the stats for Fournier. Some impressive play from him over the last month. He's getting around 16 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
His instincts naturally are to score the basketball. That ability to find the creases in the defense is something you just don't teach, and it's awesome.
Now here's Fournier following the missed shot by Nurkic. Augustine from outside. That is his 5th miss in 7 shots.
Well, the team is still up despite him struggling, so hopefully he'll find his rhythm.
Aminu, you love a good mid-range game. We don't see it that much, but I know you have a couple guys you think have a pretty strong mid-range game.
You know, Chris Paul still has dominated the mid-range, Kevin. It was interesting because him joining the Houston Rockets, who it's all about threes and layups, Daryl Morey, I think, recognized we need somebody that can come off the pick and roll and make those kind of plays happen, not only at the rim for Capella, but shoot it himself. So Chris Paul still dominates in the mid-range. Kawhi Leonard has shown some skills at the mid-range, even though last year, obviously, just 9 games. He's still a dangerous weapon. It'll be interesting to see if that's still part of his arsenal for this season. And then C.J. McCollum has been one of the best mid-range scorers in the league for the Portland Trailblazers over the past couple of seasons.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Collins is checked in. Markelle Fultz is checked in for Orlando. Grant comes in for DJ Augustine.
Looking comfortable there from the line. Knows he needs to come through for his team at the charity stripe.
Grant gets a wide open look. Cans it from downtown. Grant's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, we were able to talk with Steve Clifford. I asked him about the challenge of playing against a team that's so smart and under control on offense, and he said they really do a terrific job of execution. No miscues or missteps. We need to be just as disciplined if we're going to get the upper hand. And since they're down 1-0 in the season series, they'll have to do that really well tonight.
Thanks, David. Well, they're aware of how difficult an opponent this is to defend. A lot of good shooters they have to deal with.
Which means being extra active with their perimeter deep. Fighting through screens, quick switches, all the little things they need to do to prevent those open looks.
Yeah, that's right, Greg. I expect a lot of movement defensively. They have to be reacting and, like a watch, rotating all night long.
Fultz, no good.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Lillard from outside drains it from beyond the arc. Lillard's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Well, there's another way Lillard can beat you off the ball. Great timing on the catch and shoot.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
Well, it's not a secret that the strength of this ball club is in the backcourt. Damian Lillard, C.J. McCollum. These are one of the better pairings in the league in terms of their scoring, playmaking, and devastation that they can provide on the offensive end. Unfortunately, it has not gotten them to the point where they've gotten enough complementary players to go as far as they would like in the postseason.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Leonard comes in for Enes Kanter. And Curry subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Orlando also making some changes. Jarrell Martin comes in for Aaron Gordon. And it's Ross in for Isaac.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim
in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now, here's Aminu. Got a hand on it, and he recovers it. Bucket is good. Orlando, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. And as great as the backcourt is for the Blazers, Brent, they know they need to add more.
Yeah, Evan Turner himself has said that we need more than just Dame and CJ, and the team has lacked a third scoring option for quite some time. The general manager said the roster is a work in progress, so we'll see if they can make some kind of changes to put them over the hump.
With the teardrop, and there's Fultz on the assist by Grant. Grant's got 3 assists tonight.
And I just love when Fultz goes with that floater, showing a desire to add to his arsenal offensively.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 8. Pass to Aminu. It's Curry outside, and Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got 5 rebounds tonight, and they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing under control.
Fultz dishes to Grant. A floater. Martin wide open. He fires. Again, the Magic score.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Grant against Lillard. And Curry has it in the corner. Outside Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Lillard. Scored the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
And just a solid way to start the game. 4 of 5.
Fultz kicks to Martin. Orlando moving the ball around. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Shot by Collins, no good. Magic leading by 4. Grant surveying the D. Ross finds Grant. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. Lillard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Obviously, Damian Lillard is the type of player who can carry an offense, the ball in his hands at all times, and he can pick and choose where it is that he wants to spot up on the floor, manipulate a pick and roll, and just start to get devastating in terms of getting to the rim and mixing up some coverages for the defense.
2 shots. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And with Lillard, as you said, almost 20 shots a game for him the past few seasons.
Well, that's near the top of the list amongst point guards and usage rate, but I don't think Damian Lillard minds it all that much. A lot of his shots are 3-pointers, and a lot of those threes are pretty deep, Kevin. You couple that shooting ability with the ability he has to create, and the offense starts to find its way into a good rhythm. He talks so much about rhythm from the field. How about a rhythm from the free throw line? That looks good.
Turner with the steal. Here's Curry. That falls. Nice speed that time from Turner. Curry's got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers. Orlando's gotten a lot of shots off from 3-point land in the first quarter, but they're only 4 of 9. Lillard, the pass to Curry. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
If you look at career assist numbers for Damian Lillard, the stats don't really jump off the page at you. He's been asked to score more, but he's a creative playmaker when need be.
The Trailblazers shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. Carter Williams, he's checked in for the Magic.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
55 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Fultz with the ball. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Now here's Lillard. Down low. And Curry the bucket on the assist by Lillard. Curry's got 7. The Magic trail by 3. Carter Williams feeling it out a bit. Bamba kicks to Ross. From down in the low post, it goes. Ross has got his first basket of the night.
And this is what you want to see more of from Bamba, making an effort to share the rock.
There's 14 seconds left to play here in the first. Here is Lillard. He's got 12. Curry can't get it to go. From deep. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Trailblazers lead by 1. From Portland, we're back in a moment. The leadership mantle, something that Damian Lillard welcomes. He talked about what that means to him.
A lot of responsibility. When things go bad, you know, people are going to look to you first. You know, they're going to point the finger at you first. And when things go well, they're going to give you the credit. So I think it's just a balance of those two things, you know, being willing to be that guy and being excited about it. I think you got to have fun with it.
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
Yeah, I mean, he plays with so much confidence and composure, but also it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Getting high percentage looks, wearing down that defense on the inside.
Such a great way to get yourself into an offensive groove and build up some early confidence.
Seth Curry is out there with Damian Lillard. Then there's Al-Farouq Aminu. Then it's Evan Turner. And it's Collins in at the 5, roaming the paint. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Here's Hood. Ross grabs the board. Turner with the steal. Now the pass to Hood. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Hood's got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers.
Yeah, only so much the D can do, as Hood's great at figuring out how to beat him on the inside, moving the ball around nicely.
Carter Williams, the pass to Fultz. Back to Carter Williams. That one drops for him.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And Turner kicks to Collins. Pass to Curry. Back to Collins. Curry on the wing. Carter Williams covering. Here's Collins. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
That's tipped and stolen by Hood. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And let's take a look at the playmaking here. This chart with the assist totals split between the front court and the back court tonight for Orlando.
And their guards are taking on the majority of the passing and assisting for the team, just as you might expect. The bigs doing their part by getting to good spots inside and making themselves available.
And that one falls for Collins. Brent, we have so much talent in this NBA beyond the superstars of that category. Who are some of your favorite players to watch?
Well, I'm thinking about last season and some of the great storylines that came out. Quinn Cook for the Golden State Warriors.
Yes.
Earned a contract as a two-way player. I mean, did an unbelievable job stepping in and playing backup minutes. You know, Dante Exum's late season return to the Utah Jazz and what he did defensively for them in the playoffs. Even a guy like Jared Allen, who had a great year in Brooklyn for the Nets, an opportunity to play at center as a rookie, getting 21 starts. So those are the kind of things where you just have aha moments and you want to follow a guy and see how he impacts his ball club as the season moves on.
Great list.
Well, the other one I might put in there, Kevin, is who doesn't love Boban?
We all love him. Plus, he's going to be a movie star.
He's going to be a big star.
He's a big star. McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers.
Just like to see the defense get more aggressive. They are asking for trouble as they're giving up open looks to this point.
Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Now Nurkic. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Clippers.
And he also positioned himself perfectly to grab all those rebounds. Guys, can't forget about the fundamentals.
And so it's Carter Williams. He'll bring up the ball for the Orlando Magic. It's a 5-point game. Next up, they'll face the Suns. That'll be in Phoenix. And that will be the 5th game of this 6-game road trip. Cantor, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And a change for the Magic. Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for Ross. And it's the Magic with the ball. Isaac passes to Carter Williams. Martin kicks to Carter Williams. From past the arc, buries the long-range jumper. Carter Williams has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, the defense looked lost there. Get out your compass. No excuses. You got to guard the perimeter.
McCollum against Gordon. Cantor's shot is off.
Ooh, the D did just enough to keep him from scoring. Thought that was in for sure.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early, and just one more will put him over the limit.
Hood against Fournier. Kicks it to Carter Williams. Back to Fournier. Martin dishes to Fournier.
That's pretty good defense from Rodney Hood. Just great position and used his length to distract the shooter.
Back to Nurkic. He gets it in there. Nurkic has got his first 2 points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Carter Williams finds Fournier. Here's Carter Williams. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Portland leading by 4. Turner passes to Nurkic, and he comes up with the deuce. Nurkic has got his second basket.
At 280 pounds, I think Nurkic is well within his means to score past contact.
Here's Carter Williams. Nurkic with the block. And stolen by Gordon. Now here's Isaac. Turner covering. And now Portland on the break. The shot's good from Cantor. And now it's an 8-point Trailblazer lead.
And doing their best to maximize possessions. Just staying focused with this lead.
Well, it isn't much, but they've been able to capture some of the momentum of this game and increase their advantage.
Now here's Carter Williams. He has 5. Shot clock at 5. A 3-pointer off the mark.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
McCollum no good. The Magic trail by 8. Isaac kicks to Carter Williams. Here's Fournier, and that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
And Orlando making a change here. Augustine's checked in. Turner against Carter Williams. Turner finds Nurkic. That shot is off. The Magic go the other way with it. Yusuf Nurkic, a free agent this past summer. A lot of big men, Brent, on the market, and he flew under the radar.
Well, this team knows maybe how good Nurkic can be because they see him in practice all the time. They're just looking for a little bit more consistency in terms of the effort from him. The next few seasons of his development was really going to be a critical part of Nurkic's career.
Leonard, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And a switcher also for Orlando. Grant's checked in.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
The Magic trail by 8.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
McCollum against Augustine. Poked away. Stolen by Cantor. And it's Turner off the drive. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Turner's got his first points of the night.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. Their last encounter was in Orlando.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
Lillard's checked in for Rodney Hood.
And looking now at the numbers for Lillard, he's been on a remarkable tear this past month. 4th in free throw percentage and ranked among the top 10 in scoring. He can fill it up with the best of them.
And he's been deadly from the free throw line. Only a handful of players are shooting a better percentage. Phenomenal asset to have on your team. Now here's Fournier. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Warriors in Oakland.
And you could tell the defense was really nervous dribbling or passing the ball anywhere near him in that one. He took advantage of their indecisiveness continually throughout the night, racking up 3 steals.
Another miss by Orlando. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Here's McCollum. No good that time. Some solid defense from Grant.
And being over the limit this early really can affect your aggressiveness defensively. They have got to play under control.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, few have more job security in the NBA than Terry Stotts. Consistently gets a ton out of his Portland Trailblazer team. They run a very intricate and unique offense now in his 7th year with the Blazers. They've had a lot of success under Coach Stotts.
Portland leading by 8. Lillard looking around. To the inside. Isaac with the steal. He kicks it to Augustine. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Augustine's got 8. And with Terry Stotts last year, there were some rumblings about his job after the sweep.
Might have been a bit of a knee-jerk reaction. Remember, Portland slid into that 3rd seed with how close it was in the Western Conference. And that might have added a bit more pressure. But Portland does not have a lot of flexibility with their roster. Somehow Terry Stotts gets to 50 wins in any given year. So it might have been a poor decision. And they saw through that. And he's back for this season.
And here is Grant after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
For Orlando, they have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2.
Hey, guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Down low, Leonard. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Phenomenal use of the body there to free himself up from the defender and get a clean look at the basket.
Gordon with no one around. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. The feed now to Turner. Score the basket, his 2nd of 2 attempts.
Turner does a good job of just winding his way and burrowing to the rim. And a good job finishing down low.
From 10 feet out, that one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Grant.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Well, tremendous focus with the bigger guy all over him. It speaks to the toughness he has down there.
Now here's McCollum. 5 points in the game. Pass to Lillard. Clock at 6, and Lillard gets double-teamed. Stolen by Grant. And now the fast break. Grant with the ball. Gordon, the pass to Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
So terrific anticipation using the hands. How are you not protecting the basketball in that situation?
And the basket by McCollum.
And maybe a little disengaged in the first quarter. Ball didn't come his way. He's really provided some scoring in the second quarter of action.
Augustine against Lillard. And Augustine kicks to Gordon. No good on the triple. Trailblazers leading by 8. And it's McCollum off the drive. And Portland turns it over again. Here's a look at the schedule for the Orlando Magic. On Friday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. Then on Tuesday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Miami Heat.
And for the matchup with the Pacers, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Basket good.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. For the Trailblazers, Collins checked in for Enes Kanter. Aminu comes in for Evan Turner. And it's Seth Curry in for McCollum. Orlando also making some changes. Bamba is checked in for Jonathan Isaac. Ross comes in for Fournier. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Augustine. Now here's Lillard. He's got 15 from about 19 feet. And it's Leonard missing.
And he completely threw the timing off on that jumper. That is how you D up.
Playing with tremendous aggressiveness without fouling. That's an excellent job.
Now here's Grant. Markelle Fultz unable to get his last shot to go. Another shot. That shot no good.
Now this just doesn't seem to be his night, or his team's for that matter either. And they got to pull it together here quick, or it's going to be lights out.
Leonard with the bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Gordon against Leonard. Pass to Ross. Here's Gordon. Second chance shot. And the layup is good. 6 points for Mohamed Bamba.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
Lillard outside. Outside Curry. Takes a three. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 6 assists here tonight.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Grant with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. Grant the pass to Bamba. Over Aminu. Bamba's shot is off. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Here's Lillard. Outside for Curry. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And offensively, they've done a great job here of staying in rhythm.
Well, they've been the better shooting team throughout the first half because of their patience and because of their shot selection.
And so it's Portland up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, they've been shooting poorly. Is that good defense or bad offense?
Probably a little bit of both. You know, I think we're competing defensively, and they've missed some opportunities.
It's led to good results for you, though. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA halftime show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He ended up with 15 points, 2 steals, and 7 assists. Shaq, how do you think the Trailblazers were playing?
Well, I like it, Ernie, because they're just not settling for outside shots. You know, that part of the game is pretty when it's going in. We've seen plenty of teams try that and fail. You got to have a balanced approach. And tonight, they found a ton of success inside. Basketball and championships are won inside out. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
And over to Kenny. How about what you saw from the Magic?
They need to break it down. And I look at the individual areas that they're struggling, like they're getting pounded. I mean pounded, Ernie, on the boards. That's a hustle stat.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
Welcome back. Downtown Portland looking spectacular tonight from the air. Such a scenic location here in Oregon. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
And in that first half, something we don't see a lot of from him, the ability to make everyone around him better.
Yeah, that's not really his forte, Greg. Unselfish play.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Portland leading by 12. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for Orlando, Gordon down low with Bamba next to him. Augustine and Fournier are in the backcourt, and it's Isaac in at the 3 spot. Here's Augustine after the basket by Jusuf Nurkic. And Augustine kicks to Fournier. Clock at 6. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one. Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The Magic trail by 16. And Rodney Hood getting traded last season in part because, Greg, he was due for a big contract this last summer.
And you just knew Hood would be a player. A lot of teams threw offers at this year. Rare to find guards as tall as Hood who can shoot the way he can, just entering his prime. And the contract this team gave him might be a bit of a gamble, but it's one that could pay off in a huge way if he keeps improving.
Nobody near Nurkic, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 9 assists in the game. Great passer. Nurkic has gone 50% shooting tonight, firing away 4 of 8. Fournier against Curry. Left side, Gordon. No good that time. Excellent D from Cancer. Portland leading by 16. Lillard attacking, and Lillard throws it down.
Well, he can shoot the 3, so defenses have to go out and overplay him, and that's what creates lanes for him to do stuff like that.
The Magic have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Augustine passes to Bamba. Inside, it's stolen by Curry. Lillard finds Hood. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Rodney Hood's such a strong and physical guard. He's good at drawing the contact when he gets inside. And without a doubt, Rodney Hood is at his best when he's being aggressive. Doesn't settle for shots, and he looks to create and finish around the rim. Sometimes he can serve as a playmaker. That happened a lot when he was with the Utah Jazz under Quinn Snyder.
The first free throw is good. You know, Hood can fall into settling for mid-range shots at times, Brent, but that isn't when he's his most effective.
No, a lot of players fall into playing passively, and Rodney Hood is sometimes guilty of that. The trick is finding ways to try to keep him aggressive, make sure that he's impacting the game in ways that his skill set can draw it out.
And here's Fournier. He brings it up for the Magic. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And the pass to Gordon. Isaac with the ball. Clock at 4. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Rodney Hood.
I like seeing this aggressiveness from Isaac, utilizing his amazing length to his advantage to get to the line.
That's good from Isaac. He's off on the second.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, it is the era of positionless basketball, but how exactly did we get here? Well, new defensive rules at the turn of the century encouraged face-up scoring, motion-based offense, and guard play over isolation and post-ups. As a result, offensive roles have become more interchangeable.
It has become a positionless game now. David, thank you very much. Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And one thing they'll discuss are the defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Augustine looking around. Pass to Isaac. Feeds to Bamba. Gordon dishes to Bamba. Hits the jumper in space. Bamba's got 8.
And his teammates have to step up just a little bit more. He's been lights out. Needs a bit more support.
Canner, high post. Stolen by Gordon. Fournier gets a wide open look, and Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And Lillard kicks to Hood. Dishes to Nurkic. It's deflected.
The main weapon in Bamba's attack, the slender long arms he possesses, helps him block lots of shots.
The Magic trail by 21. Now here is Augustine. He's got 10. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
He has a little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the lip.
Wait, did you just say trickeration, GA? I think it's a size disadvantage there that he was willing to attack, but you have to develop that skill set and have counters.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And Isaac is, I mean, really breathtaking in transition. A long-legged forward who just devastates the defense with his speed.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 17, and they pick up 2. And it's 9 points for C.J. McCollum.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
Well, collectively, they've done it tonight here. A passionate performance from the squad.
Fournier with the ball, now defended by McCollum. Isaac misses. Trailblazers leading by 19. McCollum outside, fires the 3. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. And that's 12 points for C.J. McCollum.
He's one of the league's more dangerous deep shooters. McCollum hits a high percentage of threes when he's in sync.
Augustine with it. 12 points for him. Nurkic with the block.
Excellent defense by Nurkic on that play. He made sure that shot was not going anywhere near the rim.
Magic have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Trailblazers, Collins comes in for Cantor, and it's Aminu in for Lillard. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Martin's checked in for Gordon. Terrence Ross comes in for Jonathan Isaac. Markel Fultz is checked in for Evan Fournier. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Augustine. Now here's Carter-Williams. 5 points in the game. Fultz the pass to Ross. It's good from long range. Ross has got 5.
The defense cannot let guys get into that kind of comfort zone. You have to patrol the three-point line or you risk getting burned.
Here's Collins. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Hood finds Aminu. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And now the fast break. Ross with the ball. Here's Carter-Williams. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Carter-Williams has got his 3rd basket of the night.
Out quickly, then the beautiful execution. You can't do it any better.
Well, there's running the floor, and then there's running the floor with purpose. And I love the energy on this play.
Now, here's Collins. To the inside. Hood. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
How about the strength shown there by Rodney Hood? He has that great frame, and he shrugs off the defense that time.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. Gordon's checked in for Jarrell Martin.
One shot, behind the lane.
That free throw good from Hood.
Rodney Hood is a guy who's out here to stretch the floor and mix up his game a little bit, trying to regain some confidence in what he can provide offensively.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And with the chance, let's take a look now at the numbers for Gordon. Averaging about 19 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's a threat to go off in any game from anywhere.
I love it when guys tap back into that gift. All these guys at some point were that kind of player in their career. Fun to see it show up here.
Now here's Fultz. Bamba kicks to Carter-Williams. A look from Gordon. And a great assist by Carter-Williams as that one goes in. Carter-Williams has got 3 assists tonight. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Outside Hood. Passes it to Collins. McCollum outside. Shot clock at 6. Got a piece of it, but he recovers it. Goes back up. Aminu misses.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
Hood. Here's Collins. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. Teams value the 3 so much nowadays. Let's check out the best at it. In fourth, the Trailblazers.
No doubt they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
The Magic trail by 18. And here is Carter-Williams. 7 points in the game. That's tipped. Stolen by McCollum. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Here's Aminu. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Just not his night so far, guys.
And with Mohamed Bamba, one of the first things you notice is that 7'9" wingspan. I mean, yeah, he's got to add more muscle on that frame, but he can use that reach already to make an impact at both ends.
For Orlando, they have gone 6 of 9 at the line.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And with Bamba, in addition to his crazy length, you also get a player who's extremely smart.
How about getting scholarship offers from Ivy League schools, including Harvard? You can see him thinking on the court. He's deliberate in the things that he does. Bright future ahead for him.
Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Portland. Seth Curry comes in for Rodney Hood. Now, here's Collins. The dish now to Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. Curry's shot is off. The Magic trail by 16. Here's Ross. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Leonard's got 4 rebounds in this game. And it's McCollum in the corner. They grab their own miss. Collins kicks to McCollum. Stolen by Gordon. They've got the 5-on-3 advantage. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Fultz is not just looking to score the ball. He also is equally engaged in terms of facilitating for his teammates.
Now here's McCollum. 12 points for him. Curry passes to McCollum. Here's Collins. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Collins has got 7 points. Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Pass to Ross. Lets it go from 11, and it's Orlando with another.
That's a terrific set that they just ran.
Trailblazers leading by 15. McCollum outside. To the inside. Stolen by Bamba. And now the fast break. Grant with the ball. And that one drops. 6 points for Markelle Fultz.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Now here's McCollum. He's guarded closely. A minute 50 left in the third quarter of the game. Stolen by Bamba. And again, Orlando running the court in transition. Fultz, no good. Portland's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. That one drops for him. Aminu's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, CJ, such an effective 2-guard, not just a shooter and a great shooter at that, but a capable passer when his teammates are open.
Now here's Bamba. He's got 8. Here's Fultz. Good on the bucket. He's got 8.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Trailblazers leading by 13. Curry looking it over. McCollum finds Leonard. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Mohamed Bamba.
How about Leonard using the ball fake to his advantage? Defense gets out of position, and he draws the foul.
That free throw good from Leonard.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Leonard hits them both.
One of the better free throw shooting bigs in the NBA. The challenge for Leonard as he develops is to try to get to the line a few more times.
Now here's Grant. He's got 9. Kicks it to Gordon. Just 5 to shoot. Misses from close range.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And here's Leonard from 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 4 assists in the game. And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for Orlando. They trail by 18. He feeds it to Bamba. Shoots over Leonard. Misses off the left iron.
Just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake.
Here's Aminu. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's just a poor decision by the defender there. Aminu is not a high percentage shot maker, but has made himself into a pretty good free throw shooter.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
This season, 88% on the line, so he has been in a comfort zone.
That free throw good from Aminu.
And for a guy who isn't a great jump shooter, Aminu has been very solid at the line, really, for most of his career.
Two free throws for Aminu. With one on the clock. Doesn't go that time. And so it's Portland controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be right back after this. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter form.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Seth Curry. Enes Kanter is out there with Aminu. Then it's Collins. And it's McCollum in at the 2 guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Grant against Curry. To the left side wing. From deep three-point range. That shot off. Gordon with the defensive effort. The Magic trail by 18. Ross with it. Al-Farouq Aminu covering. First one falls for him. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Lillard's checked in, and the Magic making a change here as well. Augustine's checked in. And he makes both free throws. Here's Lillard. He kicks to Collins. Lillard against Augustine. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Orlando called for the foul.
Lillard operating with smoothness there. Makes the defender overcommit. And when you're out of position, you end up fouling.
Free throw good. Damian Lillard.
Well, Damian Lillard, a star in this league for several years now. Whether that's recognized by an all-star appearance or not, it doesn't matter. He has been elite at the point guard position. Just a dynamic scorer and one of the more lethal players in the NBA, hoping to push Portland further and further at some point in his career.
Both good from the line that time. And with Lillard, he often can be forgotten about just because there are so many great guards in the NBA, Brent, in particular in the West.
Well, let's face it, he just missed out on a couple of seasons of representing the Portland Trailblazers as a guard in the Western Conference because of the loaded Western Conference and how good the guards are. But regardless, there's no denying that Lillard is right up there as one of the elites in the league.
Now McCollum following the three-point attempt by Aaron Gordon. Count that one. 14 points for C.J. McCollum.
Well, there's some confidence from C.J. right there. Just so comfortable, even under pressure. Hard to stop when he gets into the paint.
And Augustine kicks to Gordon. He dishes it to Fultz. And Kanter over to help. Now Augustine, 6 on the shot clock. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on C.J. McCollum. Certain guys can play within themselves and still dominate. You played along one of the best that you saw up close in Tim Duncan.
Well, one of the things I think about with Tim is how many numbers he left on the board, Kevin. The way that Coach Popovich played him, minimal minutes, touches when needed most, where Tim usually came through, but how much more dominant he truly could have been.
And he didn't care about numbers, did he?
Not at all. He cared about one number, and that's putting W's on the board. But how many more things Tim Duncan would have led categorically in the history of the NBA at the power forward position, but overall, the numbers would have been staggering.
Evan Fournier's checked in for Orlando. So he gets them both.
And they are making it look easy at the free throw line here in the second half.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. McCollum feeling it out a bit. And there's the pass to Collins. Over Gordon. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And the Trailblazers lead by 20.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Ross with a wide open look. That's in. Augustine with the assist. Augustine's got his third assist on the night. Augustine against Lillard. Over to the left wing. Cantor and the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
And the mechanics didn't look too bad there. Cantor with the quick release and excellent follow through.
The Magic trail by 19. And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Nurkic checked in for the Trailblazers. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Ross. Rebound by Nurkic.
Wonderful defense, staying active around the rim and then really putting the shooter in a tough spot.
Orlando grabs the miss.
It looked like he wanted no part of that. Superb defense there, really making it tough on him.
Ross, that's good.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Now here's McCollum out to the right wing. Here's Aminu. Pass to Nurkic. Over Ross. And Nurkic with the basket on the assist by Aminu. Aminu's got his fourth assist in this one. Augustine passes to Fournier. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Dishes it to Gordon. It's deflected. Shot clock at 5. To the three-point line, it's Augustine. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Lillard attacking. Aminu right through the D for the layup.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Now here is Augustine. Adam Silver has said there's probably more basketball being watched and played, Brent, in China than anywhere else in the world. How long before you think we see our next Chinese superstar in this league?
That's going to be interesting when that does happen. Obviously, the type of mark that Yao Ming made in the NBA, it's going to be hard for anybody to match the kind of impact, not just in the game, but what he did globally for the NBA. It just won't happen again. But I'm looking forward to, heck, not just the next Chinese player, but a Japanese player, somebody from India where they love the NBA game, to start to find their way onto rosters in the league.
They're coming. I mean, there's going to be someone before long.
No doubt.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Hood's checked in. And both free throws good for Nurkic.
And Nurkic, one of those guys who you notice for many minutes of the game if he's engaged, and then you couldn't tell if he played 12 to 15 minutes if he's not active enough. So still looking to develop him both on offense and trying to make him a little bit more consistent on defense. The coaching staff has that task at hand, and Nurkic has a big hand in that.
And Portland has possession after the Magic pick up 2. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And with Nurkic at times, he can look like a star, but it's not easy for him to sustain that.
Well, all centers need to find some time to get some consistency. Heck, any player does, Kevin. But when Nurkic is focused, there are some things out there that he does that are quite impactful for this Portland offense. It's so guard heavy that to have something on the interior takes a lot of weight off their all-star guards.
That free throw good from Hood. One thing I like about Adam Silver, he is always looking to break new ground, push the envelopes, and develop new areas of innovation.
Well, always forward thinking, and of course this league has always done that. Adam has found a new position in the league, having a chief innovation officer in place, somebody that's always examining not only how things are going in the league and maybe being adaptable to change, but examining what's going on worldwide. And you always see the way the league tinkers with and toys with Summer League and the way the G League competition sets up in order to try to find more ways to make the game more enjoyable or more accessible to the fan base.
Here is Lillard after Aaron Gordon was able to get the triple. McCollum outside. Back to Lillard. Launches a three. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 6 assists here tonight.
Yeah, all night long he's just been on it. He's feeling it, and Lillard will start to call his own number in some of these sets.
Augustine, that's good.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Out to the wing. And Cantor wide open. He shoots. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
I love the pace he's playing with, letting his offense come to him naturally and then building upon this lead for his team.
And Augustine kicks to Gordon. Fournier in the corner. To the middle. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by McCollum. Lillard finds Hood. Well, we know that Dr. James Naismith came up with the idea when he was teaching at the YMCA. But as far as skill development, Brent, some feel that maybe in the skill category that the USA has fallen behind a little bit. Do you agree?
I think what the United States is doing on that level between your late grade school years and AAU programs in particular and your high school years, that they're trying to address this issue and get ahead of it a little bit. For years, there was a 10-year or 15-year gap about European players being schooled and being in institutions where they were basically young professionals from the age of 12 to 14 having school and basketball and being at a facility for just those things specifically. The last few years, there's been a lot of concern with players being more adept and more skilled here in the States. The change is coming.
And Orlando making a change here. Wamba's checked in, and that's good as he hits both of his shots. Players are talking about the new sports science. Better sleep, recovery after lifting, playing, traveling, whatever it is. They say it's making a difference. What do you think?
I think it only makes a difference if the guys put it into practice, Kevin. Like as much information as they can hand out in a team meeting and sort of give you directives about how it is you should rest and when it is you can get your sleep. Players won't see those benefits unless they're as disciplined as they are with trying to get better in the offseason as they are with making sure that they get proper rest to be at their athletic best for competition.
Here's Cantor after the Magic pick up 2. Just 2 to shoot. McCollum no good. Orlando moving.
Oh, man. He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. That instant replay brought to you by Under Armour Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive the unleashing of chaos that time. Here's Cantor. And a miss there on the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Orlando. Augustine passes to Gordon. And a miss there on the triple. Trailblazers leading by 20. Outside Hood. Back to Lillard. Inside. Nurkic. And finish off by Nurkic.
Well, not much effort needed for Nurkic to throw it down.
The Magic have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. Here's Augustine. Nurkic with the block. Lillard with it. Hood dishes to Lillard. Hood against Ross. A three from McCollum. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Now, the D has done a very poor job at contesting him from outside, guys. He's tearing into them right now, and they cannot stop him.
Now here is Augustine. And there's the feed to Gordon. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. For the Trailblazers, Leonard, he's checked in for Nurkic. Turner comes in for McCollum. And it's Seth Curry in for Lillard. Orlando also making some changes. Jarrell Martin's checked in for Aaron Gordon. And it's Carter Williams in for Fournier. Portland's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Martin against Curry. Up top, Canner. Turner up top. From deep, just 5 on the clock. And Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Good work there as it goes.
Are we sure that's the same player, guys? He looks completely different. What confidence he's playing with, and look how engaged he is on both ends.
Now here's Leonard. Passes it to Curry. Canner in the corner. Back to Curry. Here's Turner. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away.
I love the quick decision making from Turner there. Deadly at seeking the catch and shoot jumper.
Augustine passes to Carter Williams. He gets it in there. 10 points for Mohamed Bamba.
I like that recognition. Effortlessly getting his teammate the ball in a spot where he knows he can do something with it.
And Turner kicks to Hood. Guys are slimming down, it seems, Brent, to play at a faster pace. And we hear more and more players are using a plant-based diet now.
Vegan-style players.
Maybe not quite to that extent, but they are certainly very, very cautious about what they're putting in their bodies.
I think we just hear more stories about some of the things that players are trying in order to get themselves to their athletic peak. And one of those things, of course, one of the most important things is the fuel that you're going to put into your body, because that's your only tool. So I think guys just pay a little bit more attention to how it is they're feeding the system.
He misses the free throw.
And sort of known for that crazy length, Bamba's also extremely bright. Got offers from Ivy League schools, including Harvard.
Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. DJ Augustine's checked in for Orlando.
Yeah, he cuts the deficit a little bit, but not as much as he could have. One miss can make a big difference.
Outside Leonard, and Curry has it in the corner. Lets a floater go. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his third assist on the night. There's 1:40 left here in the fourth quarter. And here is Carter Williams. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Well, Brent, we're seeing the Hack-a-Shack targets improve their free throw shooting. Rules changes might curb the strategy, though, going forward.
Well, it's been nice to see that NBA players have worked on a weakness of theirs, free throw shooting in particular, to be better and be somebody who can stay on the floor to impact your team's winning. We saw that last year, Andre Drummond being a prime example. The other thing, Kevin, that we've seen too is coaches having to implement strategies, not just to do the hacking, but in terms of their substitutions and who's on the floor. So Interesting thought processes from both ends, but mostly go shoot some free throws, guys.
Yeah, practice.
Practice.
Now here's Turner. Rebounded by Isaac.
I know it's physically impossible, but he's got to be kicking himself. He knows he's got to make those.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for Portland.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief two-gamer.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Lillard.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Shots. Two shots.
The first one falls. Cantor checked in for Collins. Carter Williams hits them both. Here's Lillard. There's 39 seconds left to play in the final quarter. The dish to Cantor over Martin. Cantor's shot is off. And now Orlando on the break. Here's Carter Williams, and he banks in the layup.
I tell you, Isaac has great vision for a big man. Can see over defenders easily thanks to that size.
Now here's Lillard. Outside Curry. Back to Lillard. Five to shoot. Outside Leonard. Here's the three. The shot off that time. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. And did we see that tonight?
We made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. You know, we got a little more physical. You know, we did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.